Jr. has come forward in the white car, and Robbie Gordon is struggling to come forward as well. Mark Martin is still the leader.
Tommy Kendall went into turn one a little while ago, Paul, a little bit low, lost a little bit of momentum. Earnhardt went right by him. Little Al went right by him. He went back to second to last place almost immediately.
Earnhardt and Marlin come to work up on Terry Labonte now. He comes down inside Labonte, and we've got trouble. And Earnhardt's in it big time.
Oh, we've got several cars. There's Sterling Marlin, dark blue car.
So over in turn 4, several cars involved in contact. A couple, including Earnhardt. And there you see Robbie Gordon as he tries to limp back to the pits. There's Kinser. You saw a brief shot of him. Heavy damage to the right front. Earnhardt says, no, this one is over. I'm taking it to the garage.
It's amazing that he can even drive that thing to the garage. Look how bad it's been.
You can see the camera
on board there with Earnhardt as he takes it all the way back to the IROC garage area.
Terry Labonte, some damage to the right front of his car.
So, and there you take a look at the 4 car of Sterling Marlin as he sits up against the wall. Robbie Gordon had a lot of smoke coming out of the cockpit of that car, but it doesn't seem to perturb him. He hasn't climbed out yet.
Well, he's still hoping that he can get it back together. When you see this many cars wrecked, the guy wants to stay in the race no matter what, because that's the point deal.
So 5 cars involved in this situation, 7 circling the track very slowly. Here's what got it started, Benny.
Looks like some contact between Jeff Gordon and Kinser. And there comes Earnhardt right in the side of Kinser.
There's Sterling Marlin running right into Kinser. Kinser really got a lot of hits right there, but I think, Benny, if I caught the film just right, it looked to me like Kinser lost it. Got it spun out there.
So 5 cars heavily damaged. There's Steve Kinser's car. Initial report are all that the drivers climbed out of their cars and they're okay. We'll update that should there be any change. But we've got some of these IROC Firebirds that are heavily damaged. Kinser's car is witness at one point right there. Over on pit road, Jack Arute is with Jeff Gordon.
Jeff, what happened out there?
Well, it looked like Kinser got slowed down there, and Pruitt went underneath him, and I was just following Pruitt, and I was down the white line, and Steve come down on me, but, you know, I saw he was coming. I was already committed. About that time we hit, and we both went sliding. Luckily, you know, I don't think I had too much damage. I got a pretty decent car in the long run. Hopefully we can get these tires fixed, because they're flat spotted pretty good.
So it's a massive accident that seems to have affected in one way or another all of the competitors. We'll be back. Charlotte, as we take a look at what's caused this long caution. When first Steve Kinser gets together with Jeff Gordon, and Earnhardt piles right into the center of it. We've got a couple of different views from you, beginning with Dale Earnhardt.
And he goes blowing by Earnhardt, and bam, right in the side of Steve Kinser. And there we see Al Unser Jr. going out just barely touching the wall.
Now there's where little Al's left front fender went, but just think of the magnitude of that crash, how hard he was hit.
Here's on board with little Al. He ricochets off of 2 cars, comes down.
You can see all the sparks coming from all the cars practically that were involved. Look at there. People get lost. They don't even know where they're going.
Looking backwards from Terry Labonte.
And Sterling Marlin goes by with tires smoking, and Labonte gets hit from the rear and continues on.
And Jeff Gordon. Now remember, this is where the accident really began.
There we see Gordon diving on the inside of Steve Kinser. Down in turn 3.
Right here he comes up under. Boom. They touch. Look at him going. Now what's happening behind is what you've already seen.
Incredible sound and pictures. Here's Jack.
What happened?
Oh, I just went in the corner there, and Jeff come underneath me. I don't know. I was coming down the track, but I didn't know he was there, and so, you know, just one of those things. Nobody's giving anybody any room, I don't guess.
Another case needing spotters, ain't it?
It would help a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
Dale, things got awfully tight out there, and there's not a lot you can do from the position you were in.
No, and, you know, I was just waiting for something to open up, and nothing opened up, and the cars are so twitchy. If you cut them too hard, they get out money. They're real loose getting in, and this really wasn't, you know, set up well, I don't think, for this racetrack, but, you know, that's racing. I mean, it's just 2 races in a row here in the IROC series. We've gotten wrecks, been in wrecks, and it's just, you start to question whether you need to be taking this risk or not, you know.
So, some cars out, some still with very heavy damage, some with some fascinating repairs, and we're ready to go back to the green under the lights at Charlotte. And this, very much like Talladega, could have an interesting effect on the points, though unlike Talladega, you have three NASCAR veterans, well, two NASCAR veterans, and one of their Busch Grand National guys up at the front as they take the green flag. And right away,